Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Beorning.
It will be no easy task to fight behind the walls of the fortress, but we must.
The fortress of Dol Guldur stands atop the rocky spire to the east. It will be no easy task to fight our way beyond the walls, for the enemy will see us coming from a great distance. Those of us who do make it to the gate will need to bear the burden of combat for the entire host, for we are certain to lack the numbers needed for an easy victory. Seizing the gate is just the beginning, but let us concentrate on the start of the campaign before planning the end. That's right, because why have a plan? And let us go, and this time we run, breaching the Necromancer's gate. Let's go.
Dol Guldur is a labyrinth of tight hallways and open courtyards. The Necromancer's Gate marks the entry into the heart of the fortress.
And in case you want to know why I turn like this before summoning my soldier, and that's because sometimes when I summon my soldier in this skirmish, the soldier pops up behind the gate. It is time to begin the final assault of the fortress. The first step is to capture the outer defenses, so let us go and do it. And make sure I play the right class. No, I don't have javelins on me. Oh. I was wondering what that sound was. Apparently, it is a pill trapper. Hello there. Now. Don't get all trappy with me. Alright. There we go. And there are 5 areas in this skirmish that you have to get through. Okay. Let's get out of the way of that thing. There are 5 areas we need to capture for this one. And that's not including the boss fight. I guess in that way it's like Tuckborough. Well, yeah. Not quite like Tuckborough. And that is... Okay, how is it different from Tuckborough? That's a good question then. Well, of course, Tuckborough is noted for a larger mob density and opponents that don't have too many wild abilities, while here, of course, you're at Dol Guldur, so of course you expect your opponents to have wild abilities. So the garrisons are a little bit on the weaker side then, in numbers. And of course, you've got a much wider variety of lieutenants here than you would have in Trouble in Tuckborough. But they have in common where you have 5 areas where you get to before you get... Actually, Tuckborough really has 6 areas because you have 5 in the outers, then you go to the courtyard where you have 2 courtyards. First, the area you clear up, and then after that you have the boss fight. So I guess there are 7 in all if you count that, while here there are only 6 in all. So... not quite in that way, it's just that they both have a large number of control points. That is what they do have in common. Not much else after that, and looks like what this has in common are a bunch of blood rooks. Sometimes you just get a lot of the same lieutenant. Never figured out whether that is just a working probability in that yes, you are going to have some times where you're going to have it just by sheer numbers of time I've run the skirmish. That sometimes the luck of the roll is going to come out with extras of some lieutenants. Especially in Tuckborough where you have such a small lieutenant count. Or at least a small lieutenant pool. A large count with a small pool, that usually means you're going to get a lot of repeats in there. But sometimes you see a lot of repeats even when you're dealing with a smaller number of lieutenants in a larger pool, as you have in this skirmish. Whether that's just because, let's face it, people see patterns in a lot of places where they don't exist. And the time to go and make all those calculations is pretty tough. Alright, let's go. It certainly would have been a lot easier for Turbine just to make the whole thing random. Oh yeah. And there is our, well, not for this skirmish, but ultimate target is our real fun place, Dol Guldur. Oh, actually we're in Dol Guldur. I mean, Dol Guldur, I guess, would be our destination, because that is the big tower. That's within here. Alright, let's see. Let me make sure my soldier follows me. I don't want to come through here all alone. Yet to do. Let's see how this goes. See, now we're getting a variety of lieutenants. We have about a dozen lieutenants that you can get in here. So I don't think you get the dour hands. I suppose that the Nazgul here just don't trust dwarves. Speaking of Nazgul, alright. I don't know, for some reason I thought that... The reason I always thought that Fellbeast was riderless, but recently when I've played, I've noticed that there is a Nazgul actually sitting on the back of that thing. Which means I had been not paying attention very much in the past, or they changed it. I suppose I could go back onto some old run-throughs and find out. And there we go. And oh, we have our first encounter message. Alright, so this was the second ward. Let's go into the third ward. The first two wards, as you notice, required us to climb up in order to grab our control point. We won't have to worry about that anymore. This one is notorious for the stairs. Stairs, stairs, and more stairs in the first two runs, and the soldiers not knowing how to climb stairs. It's always been a problem with this skirmish. It used to be even worse. I know that's hard to believe. I mean, they still get lost on the stairs, but they used to get a lot more consistently lost, I guess, is a good way to play it. Or say it. What else is going on here? Now, wrong right now. In case you want to know where this is on the map, we're going down along this way. So we're going in. Essentially, we are cutting down through the gate. So this. So apparently, they must have these double walls here. This is the outer wall with the gate here, And then there's another wall here with a gate down here. So you have to go through here. And you're running the gauntlet through between two areas of where the enemy is. Which is, I guess, nice for friendly arrivals, and that the friendly arrivals can have that dignitaries and stuff like that. It's good for parades and stuff like that. For enemies, you gotta go and fight your way all the way through. A gauntlet of foes. So you don't want to... Oh, you're kidding me! That was only my fifth shepherd of filth? Good grief. Obviously, I haven't been skirmishing all that much with this character since I've been doing this mainly for the videos and making sure I don't level too much outside of the show. So therefore, not too many extraneous skirmishes. Because let's face it, it's very hard to run a large number of skirmishes and not complete 5 shepherds of filth. Since, I'm trying to think, is there a skirmish where there are no shepherds of filth? I don't think so. Oh, I really should have grabbed that encounter first. We'll have to grab it after this, assuming I don't forget it. And now, which goblin do we got there? Of course, Shepherd of Filth number 6. We can. Alright. Alright, because now this is what my plan is. Is to bash the Shepherd of Filth, and hopefully he's down before he gets those worms out. Alright, because that's the real annoying bit with Shepherd of Filth, are all those worms, and as far as I know, stunning the Shepherd is the best defense that the Beorning has against those things. Stunning and killing. Oh, well, now that was not my intent, but I'll have to live with that. But at least I can get them all at once. And, ooh, now, okay, that was quick. That's right, Tier 3 can act as an area. So let's go back here and take care of this encounter and then go on to the 4th ward. This is the orc, right? Yeah. An orc defiler. And we gotta use this thing more, and I keep on forgetting to use that crazy ability. Which is why I haven't finished that deed yet. And Ferocious Roar is so useful when the management of... when the management of rats is so important for Beorning. Alright. Here, are we going to go down? Are you going to go down? Boy, this guy is tough. He is tough. Whew. There we go. Gortog is down. Next! That was pretty much the toughest of the wards. He had the heaviest amount of defenses and the double counterattack there. So this one, by contrast, is the lightest, and of course it has our... except for the presence of our 3rd Blood Rook. Good thing it's the lights. Could you imagine if this were the heaviest and we had one of these blood rocks here? Alright. Now let's take care of this guy. And I think that should clear up the area. And it does. Completed Bloodrook Slayer. Next. And this is the end of the wall section. I'll show you what it is in a moment. Now, there's only one anyway, so we don't have to worry about a second counterattack. And done. And a snarl echoes from the south. Alright, so we'll have to take care of the snarl. Right, oh yes, right here. So we are at the end here, and this is the Sorcerer's Ascent right here, which is where we're going into, and that's what leads eventually to the gate. So this is divided into 4 wards, and that's what we have to fight through at the start. Sorcerer's Ascent then is what you go through after you get through the 4 wards of the wall. And now we've got this warg here. Yeah, I know you have a really nice howl there. You have really nasty breath. Ooh, and some nasty claws there, apparently. Thank you, he... Oh. Okay. Oh. I have my own stun. There you go. What do you think about that? Oh. Yeah, get rid of that. I just don't want a timeout ability on me. Okay. Good grief. This guy... These encounters are tough. But maybe it's time that I upgrade my weapon, because... Unfortunately, they don't make it very easy to upgrade your weapon when you're in the Mirkwood area. Well, I guess if I was doing all of the quests, that maybe occasionally a Beorning weapon might drop for me. It didn't during this particular time. Maybe I should have grabbed one of those level 61 legendaries when I had a chance. I guess theoretically I haven't had a chance now, but I can get close to 65, so... I'll wait till I'm 65. And I'm close enough to that. In fact, I might even make it at the end of the skirmish. Oh, hey there, you! Hey dude, Mary dude! Alright, no, I can't do Tom Bombadil very well. Alright, there we go. And now that's the Sorcerer's Ascent, and if you see here, that was Sorcerer's Ascent, and this then is that little bit near the boss fight. Now, in a group I would be standing here to avoid the Fell Beast, but that doesn't work very well in a solo. Most likely, I suspect it doesn't work in the solo because it's a lighter one in the solo. The debuff is not as bad in a solo run, but it's harder to avoid. So it's a bit of a balance there. And because there's a fear associated with it, and you don't want fears that get rid of your character to happen too often in solo runs, because let's face it, Brad, the only character taken out of commission is probably not a good idea. There's a double counterattack here. And this will be our last counterattack. Oh, we have one of these guys. Wonderful. And I hope my herbalist is willing to help me. Of course, if my herbalist takes all the attention, that wouldn't be too bad either. Alright, here we go. And yeah, I know, I just told my herbalist to attack the Echo of Death, and no, it's not gonna be. What it does is that it tells the herbalist essentially to heal me, because the herbalist will treat me as if I'm out of combat if the only opponent is an Echo of Death, and yeah, they occasionally heal you out of combat, but not nearly as often as in combat. So there we go, and now we're going up here to the Necromancer's Gate, and here is Doraz. He's about to give the understatement of the entire skirmish system. You do not belong here. Yeah, whatever made you conclude that? All the dead bodies you see along the path? You know, that's a bit of a conclusion to make. Dead bodies all over. Man who can turn himself into bear standing at the gate. Never saw man who can turn himself into bear. He must be intruder. Logic. Alright. And yes, that is level 65. Which is just as well, since this is a level 65 quest. Completed! Volume 3, Allies of the... Well, we'll worry about Allies of the King later on. One thing drives out another, la 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 la, all those fun little deeds that you get when you hit level 65. You have done great work to secure the Necromancer's Gate. Report to me back at the camp, and we will discuss the next phase of the assault, which we will conduct in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays The Beorning.